Most people never get what they want in life, not because they aren't intelligent, not because they were born without talent, not because luck decided to ignore them. The real reason is far more surprising. Every single day, millions of people unknowingly make choices that push them further away from the life they dream about. They work hard, stay busy, and keep waiting for the breakthrough that never comes. They believe success belongs to people with special gifts, perfect timing, or powerful connections. But history tells a very different story. The people who build extraordinary lives usually don't possess secret talents that others don't have. They simply understand a few timeless principles that completely change the way they think, act, and make decisions. These principles are not complicated, yet they are ignored by most people. That is exactly why they are so powerful. The biggest gap between those who achieve their goals and those who never do is rarely intelligence or opportunity. It is the small decisions repeated every single day. Every habit either moves you closer to your dreams or quietly pulls you away from them. Most people never notice this because the results don't appear overnight. Success and failure both grow silently. One day you suddenly realize you are either living the life you wanted or wondering where all the years went. This is why so many people spend decades chasing goals that always seem just out of reach. They focus on working harder instead of working differently. They search for motivation instead of building discipline. They wait for confidence instead of creating it through action. They hope life will change while repeating the same routines that kept them stuck in the first place. That cycle continues until someone learns the rules that successful people have quietly followed for generations. Today's video is about those rules, not theories, not empty motivational quotes, not overnight success tricks. These are practical principles backed by psychology, real-life experience, and patterns shared by countless successful people across different fields. Some of these ideas may sound simple at first, but simplicity is often what makes them life-changing. The truth is that the greatest obstacles are rarely outside of you. More often, they are hidden inside your daily habits, your mindset, and the stories you keep telling yourself. Once you recognize them, everything begins to shift. By the end of this video, you will understand why some people keep moving closer to their goals, while others stay trapped in the same place year after year. You will discover 7 powerful ways to get everything you truly want in life, whether that means financial freedom, better health, stronger relationships, greater confidence, or a deeper sense of purpose. Each lesson builds on the one before it, creating a complete system instead of random advice. That is why watching until the very end matters. The final principle is the one that connects all the others. Without it, even the best strategies often fail. With it, every lesson becomes stronger and far more effective. Missing that last point would be like building a house without a foundation. Everything else may look good for a while, but it will never reach its full potential. Along the way, you will also learn facts that many people overlook. Your brain naturally searches for comfort because comfort helped humans survive for thousands of years. The problem is that the modern world rewards growth, not comfort. Your mind often treats change as a threat, even when that change could improve your life. This hidden battle explains why so many people know exactly what they should do, but still struggle to do it. It's not always a lack of knowledge. It is often a conflict between short-term comfort and long-term success. Once you understand this pattern, many of your past struggles begin to make sense. You stop blaming yourself and start changing your strategy instead. Another fact that surprises many people is that your future is shaped less by the biggest decisions you make and more by the smallest ones. The few minutes you spend learning instead of scrolling. The workout you almost skipped. The conversation you chose to have instead of avoiding it. The promise you kept to yourself when no one was watching. These moments seem too small to matter, yet they quietly determine the direction of your entire life. Successful people do not become successful because they occasionally make great choices. They become successful because they consistently make better choices than most people, even when those choices feel difficult or boring. That is the difference this video will help you understand. Everyone wants more from life: better health, more money, stronger relationships, greater freedom, more confidence, more happiness, more success. There is nothing wrong with wanting these things. The problem begins when people believe that wanting alone is enough. Desire without action changes nothing. Dreams without direction remain dreams. Goals without discipline slowly fade into regrets. Many people spend years collecting information, reading books, watching videos, and waiting for the perfect moment to begin. Meanwhile, the people who eventually succeed are usually taking small, imperfect steps every single day. They understand that progress beats perfection. They know that consistency is more valuable than intensity. They accept that lasting success is built one decision at a time, not through one lucky break. That mindset changes everything. This video is designed to help you build that mindset from the ground up. Every lesson you are about to hear is connected to the next one, creating a path that is practical, realistic, and powerful enough to transform the way you approach every goal from this day forward. If you genuinely apply these 7 principles, you will begin to notice changes not only in what you achieve, but also in how you think, how you respond to challenges, and how you view yourself. Those inner changes are what create lasting outer results. This is not about becoming someone else. It is about becoming the strongest version of the person you already have the potential to be. So stay with us until the very last minute, because each principle unlocks the next, and the final lesson is the one that brings everything together into a complete system for achieving the life you truly want. Welcome to our channel, where we explore powerful ideas about success, discipline, mindset, and personal growth that can help you build a better future one step at a time. If you're ready to stop wishing for a better life and start creating one, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and join our growing community, because your journey toward getting everything you want in life begins right now. The first step is the one that almost everyone skips, and it quietly destroys their chances of getting what they want. Most people think they know what they are chasing, but when asked to explain it, their answers are usually unclear. They say, "I want success, I want to be happy, I want more money, I want a better life." Those words sound meaningful, but they don't give your mind any real direction. Your brain works much like a navigation system. If you type in a destination that doesn't exist or leave it blank, it cannot guide you anywhere. It doesn't matter how powerful the vehicle is if there is no clear destination. Life works the same way. A vague goal creates vague action, and vague action creates vague results. This is why so many people stay busy but never feel like they are making real progress. They wake up, go through the same routine, and hope that one day everything will somehow fall into place. Hope is important, but hope without clarity is simply waiting. Successful people do something different. They become painfully specific about what they want. Instead of saying, "I want more money," they decide exactly how much they want to earn and why. Instead of saying, "I want to be healthy," they define what healthy means to them. Instead of saying, "I want happiness," they identify the kind of life that would truly make them feel fulfilled. The clearer the picture becomes, the easier it is for your brain to recognize opportunities that were always around you. This happens because your mind naturally pays attention to what it believes is important. Think about the last time you became interested in a certain car. Suddenly, you started seeing that same car everywhere. The cars were always there, but your brain only noticed them after you gave them importance. The The same thing happens with your goals. Once you clearly define what you want, your mind starts noticing people, opportunities, ideas, and solutions that previously went unnoticed. But clarity alone is not enough. Every powerful goal needs a powerful reason behind it. If your reason is weak, your effort will also become weak. The moment life becomes difficult, you will quit because there is nothing strong enough pulling you forward. Ask yourself why your goal truly matters, not the answer you would give someone else, but the honest answer you give yourself. Maybe you want financial freedom so your family never has to struggle again. Maybe you want better health because you want to enjoy a longer life with the people you love. Maybe you want confidence because you are tired of letting fear make your decisions. When your goal connects with your emotions, it becomes much harder to give up. That emotional connection creates energy that lasts longer than temporary motivation. Every major achievement begins with knowing exactly where you are going and why it matters so much. Without that clarity, every road looks equally good, and every distraction becomes tempting. Once you know exactly what you want, the next step becomes unavoidable. You must accept complete responsibility for your life. This is the point where many people become uncomfortable because it is easier to blame something outside themselves. People blame their past, they blame the economy, they blame their family, they blame their education, they blame bad luck, they blame people who never supported them. While some of those challenges are real, living in blame never creates progress. Blame may explain where you are, but it will never take you where you want to go. Every minute spent complaining is a minute not spent improving. One of the biggest differences between successful people and unsuccessful people is not that one group has fewer problems. It is that one group spends more time looking for solutions than excuses. Life will never be perfectly fair. Some people begin with advantages while others begin with obstacles. That part is not always within your control. What is always within your control is your response. Two people can experience the exact same setback and create completely different futures. One person spends years asking, "Why did this happen to me?" The other asks, "What can I learn from this?" The situation is the same, but the response changes everything. Responsibility is not about blaming yourself for every problem. It is about accepting that you have the power to choose your next move. That simple shift gives you back control. The moment you stop waiting for someone else to fix your life, you become stronger. The moment you stop expecting perfect conditions, you begin creating opportunities. The moment excuses disappear, action begins. Every successful person reaches a point where they stop asking who is responsible for their situation and start asking what they can do today to improve it. That question creates momentum because it focuses your attention on action instead of frustration. You cannot always control what happens to you, but you can always control what happens next. That is where real power begins. After taking responsibility, you need something that keeps you moving even when life becomes difficult. That something is discipline. Many people believe successful people wake up every morning feeling excited and motivated. The truth is very different. Motivation is unpredictable. Some days you feel unstoppable. Other days you feel tired, discouraged, or distracted. If your progress depends only on motivation, your results will always rise and fall with your emotions. Discipline is different because it does not ask how you feel. It asks what needs to be done. That is why discipline is far more valuable than motivation. Small actions repeated every day create results that seem impossible in the beginning. Reading 10 pages every day may not feel impressive, but after 1 year you have completed several books and gained knowledge that many people never take the time to learn. Saving a small amount consistently can eventually create financial stability. Exercising for 30 minutes each day slowly transforms your body and your health. Improvement is rarely dramatic at first. It is almost invisible. This is why many people quit too early. They expect immediate results, and when they don't see them, they believe their effort is not working. What they fail to realize is that success usually arrives after weeks or months of unseen progress. A tree spends years growing strong roots before it reaches impressive heights. Your habits work the same way. Every day you choose to stay consistent, you are strengthening the foundation of your future success. Successful people are not always doing extraordinary things. More often, they are doing ordinary things with extraordinary consistency. They continue even when they feel bored. They continue even when nobody notices. They continue because they understand that today's small effort becomes tomorrow's big reward. Winning one day may seem insignificant, but winning today and repeating it tomorrow slowly changes your entire life. This naturally leads to another habit that separates successful people from everyone else. They understand how to delay gratification. The modern world constantly encourages instant rewards. Food arrives within minutes. Entertainment is available every second. Social media delivers endless distractions. Shopping takes only a few clicks. Everything around us trains the brain to seek immediate pleasure. The problem is that instant pleasure often steals future success. Every time you choose comfort over growth, you are quietly trading tomorrow for today. Successful people learn to make a different choice. They are willing to experience temporary discomfort because they know it leads to lasting rewards. They study while others waste time. They save money while others spend everything. They practice while others relax. They continue working after the excitement disappears. None of these choices feel exciting in the moment, but they create extraordinary results over time. The greatest rewards in life usually require patience. A healthy body is built over months and years. A successful career grows through consistent effort. Strong relationships develop through trust built over time. Every meaningful achievement asks for one thing first: patience. The people who master patience often achieve what impatient people only dream about, because they are willing to wait for something greater instead of settling for what feels good right now. Even with discipline and patience, one challenge remains unavoidable: failure. Every person who has ever achieved something meaningful has failed many times along the way. The difference is not that successful people fail less. The difference is that they respond differently. Most people treat failure as proof that they are not good enough. Successful people treat failure as information. Every mistake reveals something that can be improved. Every setback teaches a lesson that success alone could never provide. Think about learning to walk as a child. Nobody expected perfection on the first attempt. Falling was simply part of learning. Yet as adults, many people become so afraid of failure that they stop trying altogether. That fear becomes a prison. They avoid risks, avoid challenges, and avoid opportunities because they cannot accept making mistakes. The result is a life that feels safe but never grows. Growth requires discomfort because every new skill begins with being inexperienced. The person who keeps learning after failure always moves ahead of the person who quits after disappointment. Every failed attempt increases your knowledge if you are willing to study it instead of fearing it. Progress has never required perfection, it only requires persistence. As you continue moving towards your goals, another invisible challenge begins to appear: distraction. We live in a world where attention is constantly under attack. Every notification, every message, every video, and every unnecessary interruption competes for your focus. Attention has become one of the most valuable resources you own, because whatever receives your attention slowly shapes your future. If your attention is scattered all day, your progress becomes scattered too. Many people believe they are working hard when they are actually switching between tasks every few minutes. Their minds never stay focused long enough to produce meaningful results. Deep progress requires deep focus. Successful people protect their attention because they understand that every unnecessary distraction carries a hidden cost. Every interruption steals momentum. Every unnecessary commitment steals time that could have been invested somewhere meaningful. Learning to say no is often more important than learning to say yes. Every yes to something unimportant becomes a no to something that truly matters. The people who accomplish extraordinary things usually focus on one important priority until they see real progress before chasing the next opportunity. That level of focus creates results that scattered effort never can. Finally, everything comes down to one powerful truth that many people overlook. Success is not something you chase, it is something you grow into. Most people become obsessed with outcomes. They want the money, the recognition, the success, or the dream lifestyle. But they rarely ask a more important question: who must I become to deserve those results? This question changes everything, because lasting success always follows identity. A healthy person does not simply exercise once in a while. They see themselves as someone who values health. A disciplined person does not rely on motivation. They believe they are someone who keeps promises to themselves. A successful entrepreneur does not only build a business, they become someone who solves problems, learns continuously, and accepts responsibility. Goals can inspire you, but identity transforms you. Goals are temporary because once you reach them, they disappear. Identity stays with you every single day. If your habits match the identity of the person you want to become, your results eventually begin to reflect that identity. This is why lasting change always starts from within. You do not get what you simply wish for. You consistently get what your daily actions prepare you for. Every decision you make is quietly shaping the person you are becoming, and over time, that person determines the life you eventually live. The truth is simple. Getting everything you want in life is not about finding a secret shortcut. It is about making better choices every single day. Be clear about what you want. Take responsibility for your life. Build discipline that works even when motivation disappears. Choose long-term success over short-term comfort. Learn from every failure instead of fearing it. Protect your focus from endless distractions. And most importantly, become the kind of person who naturally attracts the life you dream of. Remember, your future is not decided by one big moment. It is built by the small decisions you make when no one is watching. Every action is like a vote for the person you are becoming. If you keep making the right choices day after day, your life will begin to change in ways that once seemed impossible. Progress may feel slow at first, but every great achievement starts with one decision to keep moving forward. Stay patient, stay consistent, and never underestimate the power of small habits repeated over time. Years from now, there will be only two versions of your story. One where you kept waiting for the perfect time, and another where you decided that today was the day everything changed. That choice belongs to you, and it begins the moment this video ends. If this video gave you a new way of thinking, don't let the lesson stop here. Put at least one of these principles into action today, because knowledge only becomes power when it is applied. If you found value in this video, take a second to hit the like button. It helps this video reach more people who need these ideas. Share it with a friend or family member who is working toward a better life, because one conversation can sometimes change someone's entire future. And if you want more videos on mindset, discipline, success, self-improvement, and building an unshakable life, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next upload. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And remember this: the life you want is not created by what you wish for. It is created by what you choose to do every single day. We'll see you in the next video.